Okay, I'll start na po. Start na po pa. Start ka na po.
Ako nga, start na nga.
Ay, sorry po. Okay. Have you ever thought what goes on beyond the closed doors of animal testing facilities? Today, we'll take a closer look at the public's knowledge, attitudes, and beliefs surrounding this controversial palace. A good afternoon to all. I am Josh Christian J. Atlia. A pleasure to meet you all. My members consist of Rob Christian Batino, Robert David Arguelles, Althea Ann Aquino, Hans Aldrich Araujo, and lastly, Russell James Bautista. Today we will be presenting a research paper called A Look at the Public's Knowledge on Animal Testing, Attitudes and Beliefs. I will be presenting the background of our study. Let us begin. Animal testing is the use of animals in scientific experiments to gain insights and knowledge into human biology and psychology. Since its introduction, it has created controversy and mixed feelings with animal rights advocates and scientists and the overall public, claiming that it is cruel, ineffective, and insignificant. With that being said, this research paper aims to identify the impacts of animal testing and to also determine the general public, and especially the pet owner's perspective on animal experimentation. Let's now head over to the SOPs. Robert?
And now we tackle upon the second part of our topic, the statement of the problem. First of all, we would like to tackle upon three basic questions in this section. Number one, what are the factors that influence a person's opinion about animal experimentation? These include personal attribute, age, the sex of the person, religion, and pet ownership. For number two, how can these elements influence a person's opinion about animal testing? And number three, how knowledgeable are the general public about animal testing? During this study, we go through the views of many different people towards the activity of what we are researching about. And through this, we would learn about the many different perspectives that they have. Does the difference in demographics matter upon the opinion that they have with animal testing? And how exactly would their opinion and overall knowledge about this help us upon our research? The following parts will tackle these questions and answer them. Althea?
We will now move on to our next part, which is methods. For this study, it uses a quantitative descriptive research method to analyze survey responses and investigate the relationship between variables. A simple random sampling method is used as a sampling technique to select 30 participants from groups. It also used Google Forms as an online platform for a survey questionnaire with 5 sections, which includes personal and cultural attributes of each respondent. Then for the data collection process, it involves first developing a survey, sending it to 30 participants, recording personal data with consent, and reviewing each responses by researchers, which then aims to explore personal and cultural attributes that influence opinions on animal experimentation.
And for our summarized results, the survey found that over half of the respondents aged 7 to 12 are not aware of the term animal testing, while the rest responded positively. A significant portion of adolescent respondents reported having a little bit more knowledge about the topic, and 38.1% were aware of animal testing. Same with the previous data, most respondents are aware. Overall, the researchers found that adults generally have some level of knowledge about animal research. Looking at the data, it seems that more male felt empathy on animal experimentation while a small portion didn't. If we were to compare this data with the previous one, we could tell that females definitely felt more empathy on animal experimentation.
The study found that religion is not the primary basis for most respondents' treatment of animals, meaning that cultural beliefs don't affect the thoughts of people in animal experiments. According to this survey, the majority of pet owners oppose animal testing. The researchers found that the majority of respondents who do not own pets also do not support the use of animals in research. This highlights a general concern among this group towards the ethical implications of animal testing. The study suggests that the awareness of animal testing among adults is high, as the majority of adults surveyed reported checking whether the products they buy or use have been used tested on animals.
According to the summary, can identify their level of empathy and experience with pets and animals can influence how the public views animal testing. Still, cultural ideas and age do not influence on their thoughts about the topics of animal experimentation. The researchers recommend that young citizens learn about animal experimentation as well as that teenagers. And animal safety groups such as the Philippine Animal Welfare Society hold seminars or fundraisers to spread awareness and knowledge concerning these topics.
That marks the end of our presentation. Thank you all for your attention. Questions and queries can now be addressed. Thank you.
All right, let's begin. Please go to the conclusions part. All right, Ace. Okay. Title slide. Slide one, please. Okay. So without looking at the presentation, what have you found out about the attitudes and beliefs of your respondents towards animal testing?
We found out that personal attributes do not affect a person's thought, meaning that they do not base um, their treats on animals based on their religion and also
Okay.
their beliefs.
Mm-mm. All right. So you have found out that it doesn't really affect, or the said facet does not really affect their attitudes and belief. Now, what about finding or using these findings on selecting products? Kasi di ba we have known that there are companies and products who use animal testing. Anyone from the group were you able to get data on